This is Misha Leder, and it's not what you think. You don't know your beliefs. I used to have a belief that people who don't have a good ear can't play musical instruments well. I had a friend who I was sure didn't have a good ear because he could never play or sing any tune correctly. My friend just started playing piano, but I had very little hope of him mastering the piano since my belief was that you need a good ear to play well. Imagine my surprise when a few years later my friend sent me a recording of him playing a piece of Rachmaninoff. It was such a difficult piece to play that it blew my mind. My belief that you need a good ear to play a musical instrument well was shattered on the spot. That got me thinking, what happened to my belief? Prior to hearing my friend playing Rachmaninoff, my belief was like a fact to me. I didn't question and didn't doubt it. And then I realized I had this belief and started questioning it, and it stopped being my belief. A belief for someone is the absolute truth, a fact, how the world is, in their subjective world. They don't know they have this belief, because if they knew, they could start questioning it, start looking for exceptions, and that could shatter their belief. The power of our beliefs over us is that they are not recognized by us. Because once I recognize my belief and say, this is my belief, it is no longer my belief. Because it's no longer a fact in my subjective world. Our beliefs is like a vase in my house that I've been using for fruits until one day I look at it differently and I see that it's not really a vase. There are two faces that make up this vase. And my vase is no longer a fact, no longer a solid reality for me. I can still come back to it when I want, but now I have a choice, whether to see it as a vase or as two faces. You don't know your beliefs until you do, and then they are no longer your beliefs.